Okay, Coach Elias. Thank you again for joining us.
No problem.
I want to start actually by asking about November schedule. It has been a bit of an odd month for fixtures. We've basically got one game weekend 3 times this month, starting with last weekend. How does that affect the team and the preparation that you have to do with the guys?
Yeah, I think it was actually 4 in 1 month because that Bracknell game got canceled. But you know, it's there's positives and negatives to it. I mean, the positive is some guys get some much needed rest. And the negatives is, it throws the guys off the routine a tiny bit, but they've responded clearly by the results. Looks like we're doing things the right way, and it's a small change in routine, but the guys have answered the call, and as long as they come to play the game full 60 minutes, we get the results we're looking for.
Cool. Did think as well last weekend against Sheffield. Did seem to get out to maybe a little bit of a slow start, or maybe we're a little bit off the pace. I don't know, but. Here it was ran out 6-4 winners in the end against them, but we were up by 3 goals at one point. It is a bit of a cliche to say that it's hard to hold a lead when you have that. I mean, do you find that rings true, and do you work on anything mentally with the guys for those sorts of situations?
Yeah, absolutely. Playing with a lead or playing from behind is part of every team's got to deal with, and the thing is, it's an emotional and mental toughness type question. So what do we do? Yeah, we build on that constantly. I mean, we've had plenty of practice this season of having to play with a lead. So one of the things we do is we always talk about, and you hear the guys say this, we're never really concerned with the score. We try never to focus on the score. Score's constantly got to be 0-0 in your head, and that's how you kind of stay even killed and play your best hockey. But when you do have 1, 2, 3 goal lead, you do have to be aware that while we have a lead, maybe plays got to get a little smarter. Maybe you don't take as many risks, but at the end of the day, it's just about the mental toughness of stepping up, understanding the situation you're in, that it takes full 60 minutes to win a hockey game. It's not about a 10-minute window here or there. A game can be decided in a 10-minute window, but the team that plays the full 60 minutes tends to win. So, yeah, in terms of mentality, that's the mentality, is don't worry about the score, don't worry about what kind of lead you have, you just keep playing the game. Keep playing the Phantoms hockey that we know we can play, and if we do it right, the results will be there in the end, and they have been so far.
Absolutely. I mean, you mentioned about sort of playing a full 60 minutes. I mean, the game against Basingstoke getting a goal in the last second, I think, proves that as well.
Yeah, the last 3 seconds. I remember that really well. Yeah.
Now, other results from last weekend as well did sort of add a little bit of a twist to them, let's say. Basingstoke obviously dropping a result in Hull. That was probably a big one, I would say, and also Milton Keynes, because they're specific to our situation at the top of the league, losing 7-2 against Bracknell. Does that sort of speak to the sort of the parity of the league itself, and sort of the fact that results can go either way any night?
Yeah, absolutely. We say constantly, like, any team can beat any team. This is a great league. The EPL skill level has really gone up this year, both as individuals and as a team. So on any night, literally any team can beat any other team. And as you just said, we've seen that. In our camp, what we try and do is just focus on us. I'm not going to lie to you and say we don't see the other results. We obviously do. But league table placement and what other teams are doing on a night is really an afternote to what we're doing. We're very focused on ourselves and going game to game and focusing on just the opponent on the night.
Cool. Okay, now this weekend, the long trip to D-side. I don't know if you're going, but it is a long trip, I know. Manchester, though, playing 500 hockey at the moment, 20 points, 20 games. They're sitting in 6th. So again, that sort of speaks out about sort of how the league is spread out. But I mean, what sort of challenge do you think they're going to face, based on their sort of form at the moment?
Well, look, they're a dangerous team. Probably their placement in the league table is not conducive of what they do hockey-wise, and when you have a guy like Tony Hand leading that team, they know what they're doing. So, season's a living thing, and it's obviously never about one weekend. It's about every weekend throughout the entire 54-game schedule. So, preparation for that's all about understanding the opponent, making sure that we're at the top of our game, because Manchester's going to bring us a game, especially in their home rink. They're going to try and catch us with bus legs, and they're going to try and use that rink to their advantage, just like we do here at Planet Ice Peterborough. So, we have to be mentally ready, physically ready, and understand the situation we're going into. Keeping in mind, look, this team was just in the final against us in the playoffs last year. I mean, they're not far removed from that. And if I'm not mistaken, they weren't in the top 4 last year. They were actually down in that position, and they earned the right to get in. So kind of a mixture of both the last question and this question. Yeah, we need to be prepared for that game. That's clear as day.
Absolutely. Just finally as well, I think we've had it confirmed now that the Bracknell game that was postponed is going to be coming up next Thursday.
Yep.
Midweek game.
Right on American Thanksgiving. Yeah. Perfect for something like me.
Absolutely. But obviously it's a midweek game anyway, which is Manchester don't seem to like to travel in those games. But is that going to sort of change sort of preparation plans for that?
Yeah, only in terms of like when we practice and probably how we practice. I haven't heard the schedule yet. I know we'll be here Tuesday night, possibly Wednesday night, leading into that game on Thursday night. And I think it becomes a home and home, right? I think we play Bracknell actually here that Sunday. So yeah, it's another adjustment we need to make. Guys will be having work that they're going to have to do that day and then go to a hockey game. So, but I think Bracknell's in the same position as we are. So we need to rise to the occasion, and the boys have done that every time we've asked them to this season. I expect nothing less this time. And again, Bracknell's another team, clearly not the same as last year. They've proven that they can win hockey games just like they did last weekend. And again, mentally and physically, we have to be there and take those points that we want to get.
Lee, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck with the weekend.
Yeah, hey, thanks, bud.